If you would like to see how you can win potentially 50,000 Rand, yes, 50,000 Rand, stay till the end of the video where you'll see where we're going to give away 50,000 Rand to one lucky subscriber. Shop Fede Bafetu, welcome back to the Pro MG Money channel. It's good to see you again. I know it's the first time you guys are seeing me in 2021. Just trying to switch up the content a bit, see what works better with video, without video, and so on and so forth. And today we're just going to go over, as the title says, how to start investing in 2021. And I think the first thing that I want to say, or how to start, just getting straight into the video, is that you need basically three things to start investing in South Africa. You need the money. First of all, the money that you're going to invest in. You can't want to start investing without any money. Fortunately, it doesn't work like that. So first thing is investing. Second thing is that you need a platform, or you need a broker. You need a way in which you can start investing, putting your money towards these companies. If you don't know, understand what investing is, maybe go find another video explaining what investing is, but I'm working with the assumption you understand and you know what exactly investing and investment is. The third thing that you need after you've got a platform or broker that you're using is you need to find an instrument. You need to find either the company, the ETF, the unit trust, whatever the case might be. That's basically those three steps that you need to follow. And today I'm just going to go over one or two of the ways that you can go about doing that in 2021. I know it is quite late, maybe not late in the year, but the year has gone on. But you know what they say, better late than never. So let's get into it. So first of all, what I would do is I would, look for a company that you're going to work with. There is a very popular one. I'm not going to say their names, but you'll see it come up on the screen here. And this company, I know, has quite a lot of, notoriety, and, people rate them quite highly out there. Everybody speaks quite well of them. I mean, there's a Reddit that I'm a part of, the South African Personal Finance Reddit, where every time someone comes on asking for investment advice, saying I've got money, I need to invest, or I'd like to start my investment journey, where do I go? Everyone turns to this platform, which personally for me, I think this platform is good for a start. You can learn a lot while using this platform. But as we go along, I'll actually show you guys what I use personally. This platform is one of the things that I use, but it's not ideal for me. And maybe one day in the future we'll have a deep dive into why I think this platform is good for a start, but not good for a serious portfolio that you have, because of some of the underlying things that they've got. So yeah, basically, there's this platform, and they say they're low cost, from 64 cents per 100 Rand. You can do Rand and dollar based investing, which I think is the biggest reason why I still advocate for one to maybe try these guys, because you'll see as we go on, some of the other brokers don't always give you the exposure to certain stocks or companies that you're looking for. But there's also a limitation on these guys, which is why I'm going to show you one of the other platforms that I use. And yeah, you'll see it says you can invest in all these brands: your Capitec, Discovery, MTN, Clicks, Rand Merchant Bank. You've pretty much got the pick of the litter here. And I won't go through the whole registration process, but I'm sure it's pretty straightforward. You put in all of your details, your name, your surname, ID, so on. That's pretty much what they need to confirm your identity. And yeah, that's basically all that you need to do to get started with this platform. Let's log into my actual platform that I use. We've all seen it from the Lobola challenge, so it shouldn't be anything new. And basically, as soon as you log in, this is sort of the interface that you see, where you can invest now. You've got your categories and so on and so forth. Actually, no, rather, before I get into this, another thing, you need to deposit that money that we spoke about. That's step one. You need to put it into these guys' account. I think one of the things I like about them is how quickly and easy that money can be made available once you deposit it. I think if you come on over to the deposit section, they give you quite a few options on how best you can deposit your funds. I always suggest use the EFT. I think that one is going to cost the least. You do also have the credit card option, which, as they say, has a 2.3% charge on it. SID, I actually have no idea what that is. doesn't really matter. But I'd say do ETF, the funds will reflect almost immediately. I know it says it'll take 48 hours, but if you use the right bank, if you deposit from your bank into their corresponding bank account with that similar bank, it'll happen almost instantly. As you can see, they've got ABSA, First National Bank, Nedbank, Standard Bank, Investec, Capitec, and Bidvest Bank. So if you bank with any of those banks, I would say literally just pull up their information, transfer it into that account, and I'm telling you, almost instantly your money is going to be made available for you to start investing. So that's step one. Then once you go on over to step two, you come on over to the Invest Now section, and here this is where you'd go about choosing the specific instrument you'd like to use. So you have equities, exchange traded funds, I think it's exchange traded networks. You've got cryptos, which I think is quite cool, and then you've got your baskets. We're not really going to go into all of them because I kind of want to go over everything that you need to do. Maybe one day we'll do a deep dive into the specific platforms, see really what it is that they do and don't have. But yeah, let's just go with equities, for example. You've got companies, you've got ABSA, you've got Adapt IT, Adcock Ingram. Pretty much everything that you can think of on the JSE is here. Any JSE listed company that you can think of. So everyone in the top 40s here, even the ones that you don't know, are here. So you've literally got full exposure to the entire JSE, which I think is quite good. I clicked on Arrowhead, and when you click on a company, you'll get a bit of information on them. You get a graph here just to sort of show you how it's been performing. This is like just a monthly graph or a month-long graph. This is a 3-month. You'll see November they were at R1.82. Now they're at R2.80, or in December rather they were at R2.87. Now they're chilling at about R2.50. So it's good, and it'll tell you 3-month return would have been about 36%, which I think is a decent tool to have. 6 months, you're looking at about 81%. Great. 1 year, it's down, unfortunately, but we all know why that is. And Max will show you, over time. This probably started in 2019 at about R3. So, they do give you quite a bit of information. And what I like as well, they show you, they've got links to Yahoo Finance, Business Live, and they do their own research. Personally, for me, I'll never look at own research. If you're selling me something and you're also giving me advice on how to go about doing it, I think you're a bit conflicted. You make money off of me using your product, and if you're making money that way and you're still advising me to do something, I feel as though there's a bit of a conflict there. But that's completely up to you. So yeah, that's how you invest. If you come on over to then account overview, you'll know this from the Lobola challenge, where you'll see you get this basically dashboard here that'll show you your account value, your profit, your loss, and it'll show you it in a percentage wise. It'll pretty much show you what you're invested in, which is your equities, funds to invest. So this is if you've put something in before the market is open, it will sort of be chilling here. Income, so that's dividends or anything like that. Expenses, if there are more expenses that you've incurred other than the normal ones, that'll pop up here. And yeah, they'll go into a few other things here. The important thing that you just need to know is when you click on view my holdings, you'll be able to see all of the shares that you're in. You'll be able to see your positions, as you'll see. ARC Investments or African Rainbow Capital is not doing so well. Sasol is okay. And yeah, that's pretty much the platform. As you'll see here, there's sort of this menu at the top with all these options. There's Easy Equity ZAR. Sorry, I'm not supposed to say the name. There's this company ZAR. There's a tax-free savings, and there's a USD account. Let's move on over to the USD account, and you'll see as well USD account is similar. You'll see the amount in dollars. You'll see the total profit position, and you'll see the holdings. What I will say about these guys is that the easiest way to get your money into a USD account is that you first need to deposit your money into your ZAR account. Then from your ZAR account within the platform, sort of do a transfer over to the USD account, and then from there you're able to invest in whatever American or USA shares that they have here. Similarly as well, you go on Invest Now, and you'll be able to see pretty much all of the equities that they have available here. They don't have a full range of everything. I recently read an article somewhere that it's companies listed in America that have a particular market cap. I don't know what the exact number is, but you need to be of a certain market cap before you can make it onto this platform, which is fine. It just means that you won't be exposed, or you won't have the opportunity, to enter things like GameStop and BlackBerry and AMC when they do up. Do these guys have AMC? Yeah, no, there's no AMC here. So all of the buzz stocks right now, from Wall Street bets, you won't really get here. Unless if they're really big companies, because they have certain limitations, which is fine, but it's one of the reasons why I don't fully advocate people use these guys, because of that limitation amongst other things. And yeah, pretty much that is easy equities. Okay, and then next thing I suggest you do is, if you want to be a bit more advanced, if you want, your investments to execute, at a slightly better rate, you will be paying more in monthly accounting fees, but, they don't really cheat you with the spread, and we'll maybe get into what a spread is and how that affects the platform we just looked at before. But yeah, next I would come on over to, your bank. I bank with these guys, so because I bank with them, you just come on over here to their homepage, you click on invest. Let's say we're investing for ourselves. Let's say what you want. Don't pick on this help me save and invest. They're really just going to put you in whatever product they are trying to push at that particular time, which is good if you're lazy and you don't really care, you just want to put your money somewhere. But for those of us who are really into it, and we know what we're trying to do, pick on I know what I want. So come on over to shares and gold. And once you make a jet to shares and gold, you'll be greeted with a few options. There's the share saver, which actually says let us invest for you. That's that thing I spoke about, that they push into certain things. Share builder, which is similar to share saver, but they sort of give you, a little bit of a say in ultimately where things go. And there's share investor, which gives you full autonomy of trading JSE listed shares and globally traded ETNs. Click on view product. There's not much that they show you here, but just logging into their platform. Unfortunately, I can't show you here because I always access it via my phone. But going directly through the bank, as I'd said, it incurs more fees, and really I would say you should only be doing it if you have higher amounts. Easy equities, I do remember, or not I remember, I didn't say that they have a specific investment threshold. I think you can go anywhere from like 50 Rand. I think it's similar with this product here from FNB. You can do quite small amounts, but if you're paying 200 Rand a month in account fees and you're only investing 50 Rand, ultimately you're just paying the bank. So I would only take up this option, if you know that you've got a significant amount of money to invest. I would be saying, anywhere from like 1,000 Rand per month going upwards. I think you can sort of get good enough returns in order to make it. Then last but not least, there's this platform called Interactive Brokers. They too do not sponsor me in any way, shape or form. Wish they did, but Interactive Brokers, this is what I actually use for my main international stocks. If you've watched any of my other videos, you'll know what a big advocate I am for international stocks over South African ones. Not that there's anything bad with the South African ones, it's just that the growth on them is not as good as what you can get in America. And other places for that example. I think China as well, there's some quite good growth that you can get there versus what we have here. But yeah, basically this is another platform that you can use. I'm not going to go too much into them because it is quite finicky using this, but I would definitely recommend, if you really want exposure to international stocks, but you also want your money to be deposited into your trading accounts and taken out quite quickly, I would use these guys. You sign up for them the same way you do everyone else. You do need to put in all of your KYC documents, your IDs, your proof of residence or address. You do need to also have like a tax number with this one. Maybe the other two you don't necessarily have to have a tax number, but with this one, to make the transfer, SARS does need to have a view over your finances, so that is an important thing with this one. But yeah, with these guys, they have quite a interesting platform that's actually very complicated. Okay, so once you've deposited your money, you're ready to start investing. Now what you need to do then is you actually need to try and find a company that you're going to get invested in. And for me personally, when I'm looking for a company, what I will do is I'll do some sort of research on them. So let's look at a company like Vodacom. I'll just Google Vodacom share price. What comes up is Vodacom share price. Vodacom share price. And if you're doing it via Google, you'll be greeted by this graph just showing you their performance in the last day, 5 day, 1 month, 6 months, year to date, 1 year, 5 year, and for as long as they are willing to show you. And generally what I look at, before I go any further into digging into a company, you look at this graph and you see, okay, as far back as you can go, they were once trading at, I don't know if that's 5 Rand or 50 Rand. I'll have to check Vodacom's price on MoneyWeb. I think it's 50 Rand. Let's actually look at it here on MoneyWeb over the last 5 years. Okay, so when you look at it over the last 5 years, you'll see Vodacom, 2016, it was about 150 Rand. It's pretty much red, meaning that it's been going down. And as you'll see, currently it's at about 120, So a company like Vodacom, that's the first thing that I would look at to be like, okay, cool. What are their highs? What are their lows? Where are they versus those two things? Next thing you need to ask yourself is, why is Vodacom in this position versus where they were at a particular period of time? Another thing that maybe you need to then think about is, how does Vodacom actually make their money? What does Vodacom do that is forcing people or enticing people to want to invest? What kind of value is Vodacom adding to society, to the world, that people are willing to pay money for in order to get that product or service or whatever the case might be? And in their case, they're a cellular network. They chow all of your airtime in exchange for allowing you to get a drop call and things like that. That's basically how you need to look at a company. Just know and understand on a very high level what the company does. Ask yourself, do you think it's a company or business that's profitable? If yes, then you can maybe start to dig a little deeper. But basically what I would look at with a company like Vodacom is, okay, 2017 they had a high of 180 Rand, and currently they're about 128 Rand, more or less. Their lowest during this period is about, I think it's close to like 100 Rand at some point. So you need to look at those two things to say, okay, cool. Maybe then, let's say if everything goes well for Vodacom and they're able to recover to this 180, you would have made a certain percentage off of that. Or if things go bad, you need to look at if they go down to 100 or even go below that. You need to basically look at a company and decide ultimately what it is that you want to do in terms of your investment strategy. And you can do this with any company. This is Vodacom. This is just one company that you can think of. Let's search for Anglo. If you look at Anglo American, similar company, similar thing is that they're a mining company. You can look at them over 5 years and you'll see over 5 years they've grown by about 668%. This is a really good growth company. You can see it just keeps going higher and higher and higher and higher. And one of the things that you need to know or think about is past performance is not necessarily an indicator of how they'll perform in the future as well. So take what you see and also make a decision for yourself to see ultimately, is this something that you want to be in? Looking at this graph, for me, long term, Anglo looks like a very good position to be in. It just keeps growing. It really cannot stop, and that's what you'll do. So you'll maybe invest in Anglo. Let's go on over to Sasol, which is a company that I personally do hold in my portfolio and one of my other portfolios. And you look at Sasol over time, it's in the red. It's not really done well, Sasol. You can see back in 2016, it was in the 500 Rand range. Now it's sitting at about 200. or so, you know. And the thing that I have with Sasol is I think it is going to go back to that 500, especially now that they've you know, dealt with one of the big problems that they have. But basically that's the gist of it. So basically what I want you guys to take away from this video is that investing is easy. You literally just need those three things we spoke about. You need the money, you need the broker or the middleman or whatever you want to call it, and thirdly, you need to find the company. Those three steps are very easy, particularly if you have the money. The other two I think are quite simple if you ask me. And that's basically all that you need to get started investing and with your investment journey. Yeah, I think everyone, you know, should be having some sort of investments or investment accounts, and maybe all of this is a bit too complicated for you. Maybe then, you know, look at one of my unit trust videos where I kind of go over the best unit trusts in South Africa, and you know, you can sort of decide there for yourself what you would like to do or use or whatever the case might be. And yeah, that's all. I think, you know, it's been a good start to the year for me. I'm definitely going to get into a lot more of these type of videos where, you know, we go over the different types of platforms and things that you can use, have a bit of a deep dive. As I'd said, you know, with Easy Equities, I would like to, you know, maybe do a bit more of a deep dive, show you the ins and outs and different things that I think are good or bad with it. You know, similarly with the bank's application, or the bank that I use being FNB, you know, some of the pros and cons on using their platform. I did show you IBKR, which is the other platform that I use, which maybe once I've grown that position to be, you know, a bit more significant, I'll show you that one as well. And yeah, there's a lot that's going to be going on in this channel. All that I need from you guys, and I'm willing to do something in return, is for you guys, you know, to subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it, but most importantly, subscribe. I've said in other videos before that if, you know, we reach certain milestones within a certain time limit, you know, I'll give some lucky people, or some lucky subscribers rather, you know, some money away, you know, to start their investment journey, because I believe in, you know, not only getting started and telling someone or helping them to start, but actually actively, you know, investing in them in order for them to be able to do that. So allow me to invest in you guys. Sure, English. Allow me to invest in you guys by giving you guys money to start your investment journey. All I need is to see that you guys are committed to this and are willing to do it by just subscribing to the channel. And the more people that you share this with, the more subscribers we'll have, and the more that we'll be willing to give away. How it's going to work is that I'm going to be giving away money in 5,000 intervals, so 5,000 Rand, 10,000, 15, all the way up until 50,000 Rand. And this all has to be done within the year 2021. So if we don't reach 50,000 subscribers by the end of 2021, the big 50,000 will be out of the question. But hey, you know, if by now the end of the year we only reach 5,000, that's cool. One of you guys will get 5,000, but that will be the end. So the main goal or the main task is 50,000 by the end of the year. But in between that, there's still more money to be made. So if I were you, I would share this video, I would like it, I would subscribe, and yeah. It's been your boy, Pro Mjimani. I hope this video has somewhat helped you. If not, there'll be other videos, and yeah, that's that. I'll see you guys in the next one.